I don't know why it just came out with that high-pitched voice. I've been needing to wash my hair for like the past week, and I finally did it today around 10, and it is now 2:30, and I did finish around closer to 2. Took me a really long time. I deep conditioned, shampooed it after use special shampoo. I conditioned it, detangled it, all the works. It takes a really freaking long time. It's like an undertaking to do my hair, but may it be thick, coarse, coily, unruly at times, my hair is not ugly, and neither is yours. I made a video last year about just confronting a vanity complex and how I thought about my hair, and how it just seems like I try and I'm witness to people trying so hard to run away from what they really look like, and their hair is a big part of it. Why is it that I just don't like the way that my hair looks straight out the scalp, just moisturized and on about my business? It's blown out right now because I'm gonna twist it. You know, I could have straightened it. I could have done all these other extracurriculars instead of just appreciating what my hair looks like straight out the scalp. So I made that video last year, and it's actually like turning up just a little bit, like a little tiny turn up. But I'm grateful for who has seen it. If you haven't seen it, I guess I'll link it in the description. If there's any noises to be heard, it's my cat doing what cats do. So I've been wanting to follow up that video for a minute now, and honestly, I kind of want to talk about this. I've been seeing this quite a bit. I actually was recommended a video not too long ago. I put it in my watch later, but I didn't watch it, and it was like, honestly, I hate my natural hair, my 4C natural hair, and I've been continuing to see this sentiment. I've seen it for a while now, but you know, the internet just likes to blow up certain things, and I think that people hop on bandwagons, and it is so much easier to not like things and not appreciate things in this current time, and sometimes in general. Like, misery loves company, and that's what hate trains are. So when people don't like things, it's just easy to be like, oh yeah, I don't like that either, I don't like that either. So I think it's like one of those things where a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, you hate your natural hair, I hate my natural hair too. It trudges on that self-hatred beam just a little bit, maybe not a little bit, depending on how far you into the hate. It's honestly depressing. I do have a lot of grace for these people making these videos. I saw that video that I didn't watch because I don't think I want to watch that. And even if it's clickbait, don't bait me. Last night I watched a Toni Brienne video about the natural hair movement and how it's like pretty much changing. I think people can do whatever they want to do and whatever works for them. However, I think doing something out of hate is wrong. I don't use TikTok, and I don't use TikTok for good reason. TikTok infiltrates anywhere. TikTok is on YouTube. TikTok is on Pinterest. TikTok is on Instagram. I don't use Instagram. I'm sure TikTok is on Twitter. I don't use Twitter. I'm sure TikTok is on Facebook. I don't use Facebook. A lot of like the commentary I've been witnessing is TikToks on other platforms. I'm not like firsthand eating this content, so I could be seeing like a really skewed point of view, which I recognize, but at the end of the day, I think the principle is that this isn't something that is new. It's something that is gonna be really hard to address and kind of infinitely make disappear. And it's a conversation that has like a lot of layers to it. I hold grace for the people saying these things and having these conversations. I am quite judgmental, I'm not gonna lie, but I am also quite graceful in that I recognize where this can potentially come from, and I've seen it. Like, I've seen it not only, you know, I'm talking about what I've seen recently, but I'm witness to like real life instances of, if not self-hatred, projection of hatred, or sentiments that aren't said in a hateful way, they have hateful principles behind what was said. I have been natural up until I was in middle school, and then from there I pretty much learned through myself and YouTube how to care for natural hair. I didn't really know what my hair looked like. I didn't know what 4C hair looked like. I didn't really know what hair typing was until high school. Up until middle school when I started going natural, I lived around not a lot of diversity. Much of the black girls that I went to school with were, if they weren't permed, their hair was too, like, also always straight. I ain't never seen a fro on a girl up until high school. Yeah, like, I used to wish that my curls were a little bit looser and bouncier. Yeah, because the girls that did have, like, that type of curl pattern, like, not only were they getting more attention, it just seemed so much easier to deal with. Like, the white girls were coming to school with wet hair. That just seems so effortless and easy to me. Like, I could just get up, shower, wash my hair, and go to school instead of having a wash day or a day at the salon. Like, when you get your hair done, it's a whole day, it's a whole undertaking. For you to do your hair, you get to wake up, wash it while you're in the shower, and just go to school and mind your business. That just seems so effortless. And the girls with the looser hair textures were doing it too, and I'm like, that looks so easy. Like, oh my gosh, I wish that was me, but it wasn't. And it kind of took a while for me to really understand, like, you gotta break that up for yourself, because this is not healthy. You will never look like that. You could never. So at the time, like, I wasn't really wearing, I was wearing my natural hair, but seldom would I wear my natural hair in its most natural state. I learned how to do my hair by styling it. So I would do bantu knots, I would do flexi rods, I would straighten it, and I would see, like, the fanfare. Like, that's what I'm calling it, but it really wasn't all that. But I did get a lot of compliments. I've always gotten a lot of compliments on my hair, point blank. At my age now, like, I'm able to look back at the type of sentiments that I was receiving based off of what my hair looked like. I've always received compliments on my hair when it's styled. I vividly remember when I was in high school and I was walking down the hallway with my friend who did have a looser texture than mine. Both of our hair was, my hair was wet, but, like, nobody really knew. It was in a wash and go state, but, like, it was mostly dry. Her hair was wet. Like, she did it that morning and her curls were drying. And we're walking down the hallway side by side, and this teacher approaches us and is like, oh, okay, your hair is so beautiful. It looks so good and healthy. And we're like, oh, thank you. And then he doesn't say he wasn't talking to me, but he's directing the conversation at her. And I'm standing next to her and I'm like, that's just one of those things that, like, I won't forget. Not that it hurt my feelings, but I don't think that he was saying he hated my hair, but he wasn't paying me any type of attention, and most certainly preferred her hair. When I go out in public, when my hair is in a wash and go, you know, the compliments are 50-50. But if my hair is styled in a particularly favorable way, I kind of know what to expect. I don't say that to sound cocky. I don't say that to sound, like, braggadocious, but I know, like, I know what's up. This is my life, and this has been happening to me since I was a child. So I have an understanding of how my hair is perceived, what styles are perceived, or what styles are perceived in certain ways. That's all I want to get across. I'm not trying to, like, brag or whatever. This is just my point of reference. And I even want to emphasize, like, wash and goes are not absolutely the most natural state of your hair, because a wash and go has kind of turned into, like, a definition derby. How good can your curls look? Like, how defined do your curls look? You know, your wash and go is really a fail if your curls aren't super duper defined. Like, what gel, what product, what styler can really define your curls in a way that they wouldn't look had you not used that particular product? No, I don't think wash and goes are the most natural state, but I think they're the most akin if you're talking about styling. These people that are saying these things, it's possible that in their upbringing, they never had someone to let them know that their hair was beautiful. If someone's doing your hair, if anybody that does your hair, your parents, your hairdresser, your auntie, your uncle, your family member, whoever, your cousin, it's just, oh, this hair is so nappy and ugly and rough and dry and nasty and unruly. What else are you supposed to believe? It is going to be a little bit more difficult for you to find space in your heart to appreciate what you look like and appreciate your hair for what it is and not hate it. You're gonna have to, you know, do a lot of unraveling in order to get that out of your head, get that out of your heart, especially if like you don't have people in your life that wear their hair. You have no point of reference of what absolute natural, put that in quotations, beauty looks like. So why would you associate that with beauty? I absolutely think it's okay to be frustrated by things and have distaste for things. Like, we're human, it's natural. But I absolutely also believe that there's just certain things that you do not say on the internet. And I am a proponent of, like, you know, vet what you can vet before you bring certain things online. Write it down. Talk to a friend, a family member, somebody that you can confidently confide in. You can make the video like a little video diary, but don't post it. Like, you do not have to post it. Send it in the group chat. Read a book. Now, yes, you can read the Bible and pray your worries away. But humans are not unique. Texturism is something that goes back to our ancestors and their parents. So I'm more than certain, I can't direct you to a book, but I'm more than certain that there are legible examples of people experiencing what you are experiencing now. I too have seen people agreeing like, no, do not post this stuff online and this is why. And they said, well, you're essentially inviting other people that aren't black and don't have Afro texture hair to also hate your hair, because why would they like it if you don't? Unfortunately, some of these people are raised to not even like black people. So that, in conjunction with whatever bull crap that they were raised to believe about black people, it's all just being compounded. I also don't think you should be inviting people with those features to the hate train, because it's festering. I am a 100% proponent of not saying certain things and not telling people certain things. I think telling the internet certain things is a 100% different beast. And hate trains are a conglomerate of negativity, of hate, of nasty feelings. I'm not saying not to feel how you feel, and I think that there is space for people to share these feelings and talk about them. I would even argue that if you want to talk about it on the internet, maybe a natural hair forum where you are not going to seek that out unless you need to seek out information about natural hair. Whereas if you put your video out on the internet where the algorithm can put it on God knows whose screen and allow them to digest your information, like, that's the problem that I have. I think putting something like this online is gonna make it that much harder to escape for you, because you essentially created your own bubble for people to insert, aka comment whatever they feel like they want to, whether they're agreeing with you in a hateful way or they're agreeing with you because they also hate your hair, or hate, yeah, they do hate your hair, they hate their hair too, but they also hate your hair because they hate 4C hair, right? I think sharing certain things makes your internal battles that much more difficult to fight and overcome, because you are inviting reasons to continue to hate and justification to continue to hate. Do you want to get out of it? Do you not want to think like that? Do you want to love yourself? I think sharing hate about yourself is not the way to go about it. I think someone can look at me and say, well, you get compliments all the time. Like, you know, it would be so much easier for you to hate your hair if it didn't look the way it did. Yeah, my hair is thick. It grows fairly easily. And I've grown to just know how to maintain it. My new issue is my seborrheic dermatitis, which is a scalp issue that I've been struggling to maintain for maybe 4 or 5 years at this point. With all that being said, I would never bring myself to hate something that I can't change. You can't do anything about it. You can actually do so many things, right? Because luckily for you, like, we have so many resources that you've probably put under your belt already. You can get a wig, you can get a sew-in, you can get braids. There's so many different braiding techniques. And to put it like this, like, you can even do certain styles that take away from your texture. So bantu knots, flexi rods, twists. I just said I was gonna twist my hair. I think that these things can be used as a masquerade. I feel like a character, but like not in like a I'm not me type of way, in like a, I don't know, like I could be in like a fantasy film or something. Or if I'm in like a realistic film, I'm like the boss at the top of the building. Again, I absolutely 100%, like, I'm for weaves, wigs, braids, all that. I think the issue comes in when you can no longer contemplate what you look like and your natural beauty without those other hairstyles and textures and things like that. Because at the end of the day, that is not you. You can take that off. You could take your hair off, you can cut it off. You can cut your hair, but it's gonna grow back the exact same way that it was when it was on your head. So I don't like them for the way that they are used by some people. I'll put it like that. But I think you can do whatever you want. I think wigs, braids, weaves, they can be fun. I'm about to twist my hair. I think twisting is fun and it is ultimately convenient for me and my maintenance. These things are not harmful. It's just that when you're doing them to spite yourself because you hate your hair, that is ultimately the issue. Again, I think you can do whatever you want. I don't think that you should act on anything behind hate and hateful sentiments. And hate is such a strong word. Hate, I be cursing. Like, I be doing it up. Let me be comfortable. I'm with my friends. Cool. But I don't use hate. Like, unless I genuinely hate something, and even then I will correct myself and say hate is such a strong word. I shouldn't say hate. Hate is such a like, you hate. I just, that's so crazy. Honestly, I wish I had more of like a resolution based conclusion or end to this, but I don't, because everybody's personal battles are absolutely different. I can sit here and say, yo, like, you are absolutely so beautiful regardless of what your hair looks like. That is something that I truly believe. I find beauty in anything. I also don't believe in ugly, so I'm biased in that avenue, but I can say that all I want, and you probably have a point of reference in your life. Your best friend might be like, you know, maybe she's not even on that type of tip, because I was kind of ignorant, but she knows how to care for her hair the way that it is, and she loves it, and you think she looks good too. But you have to love that for yourself. You have to want that for yourself. You have to be able to look in the mirror, wake up every single day and be like, this is my God-given beauty. These are the cards that I've been dealt. This is what I got to work with, and I'm gonna work with it, and I'm gonna make it work. And you should make it work for you instead of working for it. My hair is unruly. My hair be dry. My hair do be difficult, okay? Like, it's not a cakewalk. It is a journey. It is a learning curve, and I'm still learning, like, all the time. I'm always a student of life, and my hair happens to be part of it. There's kids playing outside if you could see them because it's snowing, or not see them if you could hear them because it's snowing. So I'm gonna wrap this up. But my hair is not ugly. Your hair is not ugly, and you just got to take the time with yourself to address that. And I only hope that you find solace, you find the light at the end of the tunnel, you grow to love who you are and what you look like, and maybe delete the video. No, I'm just kidding. Like, honestly, it's a problem that starts from within that I don't have any words or suggestions on how to go about fixing it, unfortunately. With all that being said, what's something you love about your hair? All this hate, all this talk about hate, all this hate. What do you love about your hair? What do you love that your hair can do? What's something new you learned about your hair? What is your favorite hairstyle? Like, spread some positivity. I want to hear it. I'll start. I love how big my hair can be, and I love the challenge that comes with taking care of my hair. Slight bars. But yeah, I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, night, evening, whatever, what have you. I'm done talking. You're done watching me talk, and you'll see me whenever you see me.